either get on board or you lose Willow.
See what happens when you take a chance.
I'm having a hard time trusting the news myself.
One way or another, your dead will be picked.
If this is some kind of a flame, it has to stop.
I was never at Cyrus's cabin, and I can prove it.
General Hospital latest update. Brennan's triple betrayal explodes as Carly discovers his manipulations. Josslyn faces a shocking truth about Cyrus, and Jason fights a risky setup. Meanwhile, Chase's investigation into Brooklyn's past threatens to unravel a decades-old family secret. Lies, deception, and life-altering choices shake Port Charles to its core. Don't miss it! Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital. Brennan's triple betrayal, Carly furious over Josslyn manipulation, and so much more. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jack Brennan's, Chris McKenna triple betrayal will ultimately be exposed. Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, is going to be furious over Brennan's manipulation of Josslyn Jax, Eden McCoy, and so much more, so let's talk about what's ahead. Although Brennan is legitimately falling for Carly, he's keeping some huge secrets that are going to derail their romance. We should start by looking at a quote from General Hospital's head writing team, Elizabeth Corte and Chris Van Etten. In an interview with Sodi, Van Etten and Corte dropped some hints about Brennan's long-time agenda. It's clear that Brennan has been using Carly for quite a while without her knowledge. Brennan's presence in Port Charles and his proximity to Carly is no accident. His feelings for Carly are accidental though, and those feelings will come into direct conflict with his intentions for Josslyn, Corte and Van Etten said. In other words, Brennan intentionally got close to Carly with ulterior motives. Whether that was about recruiting Josslyn or something more, there's always been another shady layer underneath Carly and Brennan's relationship. That's betrayal number 1, but it connects to betrayal number 2 since Brennan has also been manipulating Josslyn. Brennan has been giving Joss little nuggets and putting her through tests to see if she has what it takes to be a WSB agent. As a result, Josslyn landed in extreme danger at the cabin and ultimately pulled the trigger on Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober. Now Brennan has agreed to cover up Josslyn's involvement, but he's obviously framing Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, in the process. That's betrayal number 3 since Carly and those closest to her have a strong bond with Jason. Brennan is targeting Carly's best friend and someone her whole family cares about, so this isn't going to turn out well for him. What happens once Carly finds out about Brennan using her, influencing Josslyn, and setting Jason up with those 2 hairs at Cyrus' cabin? Brennan's triple betrayal could cost him his future with Carly if she can't get past all this. Josslyn is about to make a choice that'll alter her life forever, so we'll see if she confesses to the PCPD or works out a deal with Brennan to save Jason. General Hospital spoilers say Carly will get updates on some horrifying Brennan news eventually, so we'll pass along more predictions on this romantic catastrophe. Today's next update: did Josslyn shoot Cyrus or did Brennan frame her? General Hospital spoilers reveal that Josslyn Jax, Eden McCoy, believes she killed Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober. However, Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, admitted that he was right outside. Did Josslyn really shoot Cyrus, or could Brennan have found a way to shoot Cyrus from the outside and make Josslyn believe she hit him? Jack Brennan wants Josslyn Jax to join the WSB. Brennan keeps telling Josslyn that he wants her to join the WSB. However, Josslyn has no training in any such career and is a college student. Josslyn wanted to go to school to become a doctor. She's never been interested in any kind of law enforcement. It almost seems as though Brennan simply used Josslyn to get rid of Cyrus. Brennan then took all of Josslyn's clothes, her phone, and her jewelry and told her she could not tell anyone what she had done. Josslyn isn't even supposed to tell her mother, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright. However, Josslyn is freaking out about everything that went down at the cabin. Josslyn wanted to talk to Jason, but he got called away. Jason Morgan is called in for Cyrus Renault's murder. Anna immediately called Jason in to discuss Cyrus' disappearance. However, Jason has no idea where Cyrus' hideout was or anything else. Till 2 hairs supposedly matching Jason were found, so he's automatically to blame. Apparently, the PCPD doesn't realize that Jason and Drew are identical twins. Just because Drew has a new face does not change his DNA. Obviously, someone is trying to frame either Jason or Drew. Who exactly are they to get rid of? Could Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, be in on this since he and Drew are wanting Sonny Corinthos peers? Is Drew attempting to do this on his own? Even Harrison Chase was defending Jason because he knows Jason isn't stupid. Who is setting him up? Could this be leverage for Jack Brennan? Brennan was determined that Josslyn would be back to see him, and it seems that she will. Now that Jason is about to go down for a crime she committed, Josslyn isn't about to allow that to happen. Jack knows that Josslyn will come back and ask him to clear Jason's name, and he could easily use this to talk her into doing exactly what he wants. Did Jack frame Josslyn just to incriminate Jason? What will Carly say when she realizes what their new boyfriend has been up to? Jack may find himself facing the wrath of Carly, and he may not like that at all. Will both Josslyn and Jason be free in the end? Will Carly realize what Brennan is doing and put a stop to it? Today's next update. Lois panics at Chase's new mission tracking down Brooklyn's grown baby. General Hospital spoilers and rumors tease Lois Chirulo, Rena Sofer, will panic when she finds out about Harrison Chase's, Josh Swickard, new mission. She was already panicky when Brooklyn Chase, Amanda Sutton, admitted she told Chase everything about her teenage pregnancy except who the father was. Lois had just told Martin Gray that no one could know about the private adoption. Lois had just told Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, that no one could know about the private adoption, and that Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, is Brooklyn's grown child. She didn't disclose Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, was the father either, not even to bestie Olivia Quartermain, Lisa LoCicero, his mother. Not even Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, knows about Gio being his grandson in spite of paying for his schooling, and a sad irony considering he didn't know Dante was his son either. He didn't find out from Olivia until he shot Dante, as a cop coming after him, and she witnessed the shooting, and they were about the age of Brooklyn when she had Gio. So Lois has a lot of reasons to keep Joe's identity quiet, not wanting him to feel his whole life was a lie for one. Chase tells Brooklyn he'll be glad to investigate to see what happened to her baby. Chase was very understanding when Brooklyn told him about her teenage pregnancy, and that she had no idea if the baby was even a boy or a girl. That was at her own and Lois' request, since she knew the baby was being put up for adoption and she didn't want to get attached. Of course, the investigation could wind up bringing heartbreak if the child was no longer alive. Anything could happen, so it's a decision that requires some deep thought. That is something that Brooklyn needs to think about, as well as Chase, and prepare herself for whatever Chase finds, if he even can. It's not easy digging up adoption records, and Brooklyn thinks the baby was placed with an adoption agency, not with family. Chase and Brooklyn decide to investigate what happened to Brooklyn's baby. When Brooklyn and Chase talk it over, including all the pros and cons to such an endeavor, she decides she wants to find out. It doesn't mean that she's going to try and establish a relationship, but at least she'll find out what happened, and as Chase notes, it's possible the child is looking for her. The child would now be 21 years old, legal age, old enough to start a search for birth parents on his or her own. They could also try a DNA matching search in databases, but they decide to proceed with the adoption agency search first. Brooklyn just has to find out the details of which agency was used, and they will go from there. Brooklyn tells Lois about Chase's new mission, and Lois panics. When Lois set up the private adoption and kept it in the family, they didn't use an agency, so she panics when Brooklyn wants the information. What was she going to do? Get Sonny to fake a bunch of identification documents when the baby was his grandson? Lois has a very difficult time hiding her panic, and Brooklyn wants to know what's wrong. She hurriedly makes an excuse that she doesn't know. She doesn't even remember the name of the social worker in the hospital who set it up, and doesn't have any paperwork. She signed something and the baby was handed off to a nurse. And that's all she has. Brooklyn says Chase can cross-match the date of birth with the hospital name. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.